This is crunch time right now. We're going to get hit with a major hurricane. If you're there while that hits, it's going to be very difficult to survive that.
It's critical that the people that are in the path of this storm are also prepared. Very few people can survive being in the path of major storm surge, and this storm will be deadly if we don't get out of harm's way and take it seriously.
Hurricane Idalia, now a Category 4 storm as we wake up this morning. Forecast to make landfall sometime in the next couple of hours along Florida's Big Bend, where the peninsula merges into the Panhandle. The National Hurricane Center says Idalia will sustain winds of 130 to 156 miles per hour with a very high risk of injury, death, and it will produce catastrophic damage inevitably. Another major concern, an expected record-breaking storm surge of 12 to 16 feet in the landfall zone. Florida officials warning the surge could impact areas up to 200 miles south into the Tampa area and may leave areas uninhabitable for an extended period of time. Several areas of Idalia's storm surge expected to be higher even than Hurricane Ian's last year, which devastated the Fort Myers area and killed 149 people. In addition, hurricane-force winds will extend 25 miles outward from wherever the storm makes landfall. The Tallahassee National Weather Service says wind likely will cause significant damage there, too. As Idalia tracks inland, officials are warning of major coastal flooding between Savannah, Georgia, up into Charleston, South Carolina, due to a tide already expected to be higher than normal due to the occurrence of a rare blue supermoon. Let's go right to meteorologist Bill Cairns for the latest on what is shaping up, Bill, to be a very, very serious storm.
Yeah, good morning, Willie. Idalia has done exactly what we feared, intensified for the last 24 hours, up to now a Category 4. This is the Tampa area, and Tampa has not gotten the brunt of the storm. They're at their high tide this morning at 4 o'clock. The water is high. The waves are splashing. This is Tampa General near the hospital here, and you can see the causeway here. That's the kind of things that we're getting in the Tampa area, more the overwash. We're not hearing about any destruction or anything like that. So that's the good news for Tampa. For you, it's just a glancing blow, but for other areas, unfortunately, it's going to be much worse than that. So here's the latest from the Hurricane Center. 130 mile per hour maximum sustained winds. It's a little small eye. That 130 mile per hour winds is not widespread. It's about a 30 mile wide eye where we're going to have that concentration of extreme winds. Everywhere else, like Tallahassee, Tampa, more tropical storm force winds. And the storm's moving quickly, 17 miles per hour. So it's going to be moving on shore within the next 2 to 3 hours. Here's the forecast path from the Hurricane Center. So we have the landfall coming up, and then we still think it's going to be a Category 2 into southern Georgia. So even well after landfall, it's still going to have a lot of wind damage here into southern Georgia. By the time we get to late tonight in between Savannah and Charleston, this will be about midnight or so. It's maybe possibly still a Category 1 or a strong tropical storm. We have concerns up here, not just for wind and trees, but also the high tide this evening at about 8:30. So the winds right now, we're not seeing a ton of power outages. We're seeing about winds up to 50 miles per hour in the Tampa area, 30s inland. But now the core of the storm is beginning to move on shore. This is when we start the destruction portion of this storm. This eye, you can see how small it is here, all the lightning in the center of it. This is where the extreme winds are. It's almost like a tornado moving on shore. It's about 30 miles wide. Here's a zoomed in view of it. I did a little thing about 27 miles from the west side to the east side of it. In this area here, this is not beaches. This is not cities. This is not like Ian and Fort Myers. This is swampland here. This is like a wildlife management area. You have to go inland about 20 miles or so to start getting to some of the towns and the cities like Perry, Florida, we're going to talk a lot about today. Population 7,000. They have the best chance of going through this eye. And whoever goes through that, even 20 to 30 miles inland, that's where the extreme wind destruction will be. To the right of this landfall, this whole area in here from Cedar Key to Horseshoe Beach, the water's coming up dramatically as I speak. That's where the storm surge is going to be. Again, there's not a lot of population centers in here, not a lot of towns. It's swampland. There's a couple fishing areas, villages. Cedar Key has about 800 residents. That's the biggest of any coastal area up here, and that's why there was a lot of concerns there in the last couple of days. So here's a look at the potential storm surge flooding. This area in red is the area I just showed you. There's Horseshoe Beach. There's the Cedar Key. And this high tide that we experienced there as we go during the day today was at 145. So we're almost at low tide right now. So it's actually helping us a little bit. The tides are not extreme in the Gulf Coast. It's only a difference of like maybe 2 or 3 feet. Or on the East Coast, the difference is like 8 feet. So it's not quite as extreme, but anywhere where this red is where the inundation is going to happen. And that's where the 9 feet plus. And you can see how far inland some of this water is going to go. It's hard to picture a storm surge that could go up to 16 feet. I mean, that's a 2 stories. You know, you go out and you look at your house and you look at where like the second story is up towards the roof. That's how high the water could get in some areas. And then later on this evening, we now have hurricane warnings issued for the Savannah area because it's that intense, moving that quickly. It's going to maintain that intensity. So people waking up from Brunswick, Georgia to Savannah to Charleston are now looking at this storm a little more seriously as far as the winds are going. So, you know, Willie, all these storms are different. This is not going to be an EM. This is not hitting a major metropolitan area, but this has its challenges for those little small. You know, instead of hundreds of thousands of people in extreme risk, we got thousands of people. But for those people, you know, watching this forecast and knowing what's going to happen to their town, it is still heartbreaking.
Bill, you mentioned